Welcome to another 2D Sunday-ish. Yeah. Today we're going to talk about Chemical Plant Zone, which was or is probably my favorite zone on Sonic 2. The music, the backgrounds, the general speed of it. It's just a really well designed stage, visually, sonically, or actually that's a pun, audibly I should really say. It's just really enjoyable. The boss isn't bad either, or so I thought. Anyway, yeah, it's just, I just want to take you through what I like about this particular zone, really. Let's get to it. I'll let you listen to a little bit of music first. For ease of use, I'm going to use Sonic Origins Plus, I believe. Yeah, this is one with the upgrade with Amy in it. Yeah, so just to show Sonic 2 Chemical Plant Zone. I mean, just look at the backgrounds for a start. That evening dusk sky is really, really nice. And it's a great contrast to the greys of the metal plant, the chemical plant. It's just really cool, and it just looks nice. And once again, Sonic just stands out. I mean, even Tails stands out. They just look great on this stage. Absolutely wonderful, if you ask me. Another great thing you see here is just these tubes. They break up the action, which is nice. That's another thing that Sonic 2 did, but you got to experience it really early on, because this was the second set of zones for this game. And for Act 1, it set a new precedent. It was like, okay, we've got some verticality here. It just showed the difference between this and Sonic 1's Labyrinth Zone. I believe that was their second act. So, I mean, their second zone for Sonic 1. Yeah, and here we go again for, what's this, Act 2. And now watch the speed. It's just like, it really shows you the speed of this game. I mean, God knows what that's in that chemical, in this plant, what Robotnik's cooking up. Because I mean, that purple stuff, you need sanctions against him for that. But anyway, another thing that this game did have is a bit more platforming. And here, you don't want to drop in that stuff. You just don't. So you got to be careful here. And you can also drown. You got to get up to the top before you run out of breath. Why Sonic can't swim in this goop, I don't know. But you know, it is what it is. As you can see here, I missed that jump because you've got different physics in water, in this liquid. I don't know if it's water, but whatever it is, the physics are different. It's more floaty. As you can see, my time is running down. But do I make it? Do I make it? Yes. And I do not drown. Okay. Right, now we're going to roll on to the boss. Look at it. Look at the speed of that. And this boss isn't too bad, to be honest. Fairly simple. I think you got to hit him 6 times. That's about it. And just watch for the gaps. So here we go. 1, 2. Oop, got hit and... Wait, what? No. Okay, let's quickly get to the boss and... No. Don't. Oh, I hate you. Okay, third time's a charm. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, I missed. No, oh, come off it, man. Okay, here we go. Fourth time. Okay, get your act together. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. You're dead. That's it, mate. No, I hope your mum dies, Robotnik. I hope she dies of death. Okay, don't know how many tries I've gone now, but here we go. Come on. Let's do this. Do it for the video. Let's do it for YouTube. Come on. Here we go. Take him out. I'm gonna land. Oh, just sucker. What is this boss doing? All right, here we go. One more time. I didn't even, you son of... I swear on Gordon Ramsay's beard, I better do this time. I've been on this guy, just, you're the second goddamn boss. You're not even supposed to be hard. Why am I dying? I used to play this as a kid. And no. Oh, you almost had me. You sons of mercy. Okay, Eric, come on. Here we go. One more hit, surely. Sucker! Done. Alright, like I was saying, the boss isn't too hard. You should be able to beat him quite easily. But anyway, this is what makes Chemical Plant Zone so great to play. Oh, God. As much as I do love Chemical Plant Zone in Sonic 2, in Sonic Mania, they really did improve. The music got a little bit remixed, a little bit more jazzy. The backgrounds really pop now. I mean, look at that. They really do. Sonic even pops a bit more. Tails there looks great as well. It's just that little bit of sheen and polish, and the remix. I mean, as you start Act 1, it looks really, well, it almost looks identical. You think of the layout, but then a few things start to change, and Act 2 really goes into it. But for now, we'll just look at Act 1. I mean, the movement is great. Obviously, animation's perfect as well. Oh, look at that. The momentum physics in this game, they even improved upon it. Sonic's got extra animation. He just looks so good here. He's still got a few staples that keep it the same. Hold on, let's just get past here. When you're in the tubes now, you can actually choose your direction. You get to a junction, so the game doesn't just auto take you to where it wants to go. You can choose your direction in the tubes. He's still got bits and pieces where you can drown. Those are slightly easier now because Sonic's actually easier to control, in my opinion, on Sonic Mania. I mean, look at that. Just look at that. Wonderful. Great. Him running there. Oh, here we go. Look, here's the section that I was talking about. Poor Tails. Oh no. Considering he's a kid, he gets abused a lot in this game. He just drowns all the time. And he gets hit by spikes and stuff. Sega just don't care about the little guy. But anyway, as you can see there, the countdown didn't even do too much. You still got these bits here, but they're actually easier to do now, in my opinion, because Sonic's is just better controllable. Not better controllable, it's just easier to control. And as they did improve this game, here's the biggest improvement. They changed the boss. I mean, as you saw, the boss wasn't that hard for me. I mean, I'm sure I did it pretty quickly. But yeah, here's the first boss in this act, because obviously in Sonic Mania, each act has a mini boss or a boss. So this is the boss for Act 1. Really simple. I did actually do this first time, but I just wanted to quickly cut to when I beat him. Right, Act 2, this is when they really start to flex. So they really went deep into, okay, you are in a chemical plant now, and all those chemicals that we saw in the original game, now you can bounce off them. You can you inject something into them and they become really bouncy. They can be a little bit dangerous if they're dark blue, but as long as you inject the green liquid into it just really remixes the stage. I mean, Act 2 is now really my favorite stage in any Sonic game, because this Act 2 in Chemical Plant Zone is just fantastic. I mean, even the layout is just built for speed, and the parallax scrolling is sublime. I mean, just look at it. It's just, and here's where you can choose the directions you want to go, whereas before in the original you couldn't. I mean, even with all this, they still got ways where, oh, I missed this here first time. But I mean, the layout is just perfect. I mean, look at this. Just look at that. It's just built for speed. It's just fantastic. They just keep the momentum going. It's really exciting. You got all different shields on this stage as well. I didn't get any in this footage, unfortunately. I just wanted to try and get the most I could to show you the speed and how Act 2 is really being improved upon compared to Act 2 of the original. I mean, look at that. Just look at this. God. They did so well with this game, so well. I mean, like I said, I didn't think it'd be improved, but it just was. And we're going to come up to a part where you can see the true mechanics of this particular act. There's the goop. See on the left, the navy blue, if you touch that stuff, you die. And the light blue, you bounce off it, and then you inject the green stuff into it, and you can bounce even higher. So yeah, they just added to the mechanics, and it didn't spoil the zone for me. Because I mean, you can tell it's still a factory. It still looks really industrial. I mean, it looks a bit cleaner. I mean, it would have been nice if they could have made it a little bit dirty, but obviously Robotnik's cleaned it up. I mean, and this is the boss now, and it's taken from, was it Dr. Robotnik's Mean Bean? Or yeah, so it's basically similar to, I suppose the closest thing I can say to is Tetris or Dr. Mario. But yeah, so they made that into the boss, which was really, really clever and really good. I never saw this coming. I mean, what a great boss battle it is. So yeah, it's just connect the goop, because the goop actually matches the stage, doesn't it? Because these gooey things look like the stuff that you're injecting and you're bouncing off. So obviously I've beaten him there. So yeah, it's just a all-round tremendous update to my favourite zone. And they couldn't really make it any better, but what they did in Sonic Mania Plus, they changed the tone and the colour of the background. And I mean, if this isn't giving you Streets of Rage vibes, what can? I mean, it actually looks better. And I didn't think it would work, because obviously the contrast with the orange from the originals and the metallic foreground, you think to yourself, yeah, that makes it pop. But this just, it's gone from dusk evening to night, and it just works so well. This gives it another vibe. I mean, playability wise, it doesn't change at all. It looks just the same. But I mean, look here, Sonic and Knuckles still pop. They just look great on this stage, and I feel this is the best interpretation of Chemical Plant Zone now. It just is. If you want Chemical Plant Zone, I mean, the original's nice, but every time I see this now, I prefer Sonic Mania Plus. I just prefer what they did with the color palette. It just looks nicer. This is just a little bit of when you're in disgusting purple liquid stuff, because it's definitely not water. You're not going to drink that. And obviously I've got the bubble shield, so I cannot drown. Nice little touches like that are pretty cool. So yeah, and obviously this case, no, Sonic just runs fast. There is platforming, and the platforming is great, so you can see here. And because it's Sonic Mania Plus, you can swap characters. So I just did it here just to show a little bit of difference between this and Sonic Mania. But yeah, overall, just a fantastic zone, Chemical Plant Zone, and it got even better with Sonic Mania and Sonic Mania Plus. They ironed out the annoyances, i.e. the actual boss, which is, he's not hard, but the gaps in the stage are just annoying as hell, as you saw. And this Act 1 boss he's not hard at all. He's just, you know, avoiding coming down. When he shoots those things out, stay in the corner, he rinse and repeat. But it's just a great zone, and Act 1 and 2 are fantastic. The bosses, well, the first boss is okay. It's just, they got rid of the frustration, so I'll give them that. And it's just all round great game. So if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe, that would be appreciated. And I shall see you on the next 2D Sunday-ish. Peace!